back for the next part of Ni No Kuni. We're on our way to the gold ball to either trick them or let them know, how they tricked us. So let's get underway. You again. And did Lady Luck provide evidence of the dastardly machinations of which you imagined us guilty? Master Pugnacious, you have deceived Niall and your own people, the very people you're supposed to serve. More wild accusations, and where is your proof, Did you find evidence of trickery? Some ingenious device hidden somewhere inside Lady Luck, perhaps? Come on, you know we're on to you. Why not drop the act? There's no act to drop. I am innocent, as the Mistress of Fortune herself will attest. Will she now, huh? That's not such a bad idea. I hear she's the one who passes judgment on legal matters around here. How does a trial sound?
Indeed.
It sounds like a very fine idea indeed. Yes, this is the way of Goldpaw. All matters of state, be they legal, political, or otherwise, are decided by the roll of the sacred dice. And as ruler of this great nation, I am more than willing to submit myself to the judgment of Lady Luck. But know that if I'm found innocent, I shall treat your attempts at sedition with the gravity they deserve. You will be punished for crimes against the state. You accept my terms? We do. Then we will begin the preparations right away. Come to the square at the appointed time. Alright, time for the main event. I'll leave this to you, if you don't mind rolling.
Sure.
I was hoping you'd say that. The preparations are complete. The trial can get underway as soon as you have confirmed that you are ready. Well, shall we begin? The trial. Very well. If you would please take your places. I hereby convene the trial by fortune of Master Pugnacious, Grand High Roller of Goldpaw. Being the defendant, His Eminence will be unable to preside over this hearing. As such, it falls to me to discharge his duties. I hope you will forgive my doubtless clumsy efforts in this most unfamiliar role. A trial is underway? And with the Grand High Roller in the dock, no less. What in the world can have happened? Why are you dressed like that, Roland? Because this is a court of law. The defendant, Master Pugnacious, Grand High Roller of Goldpaw, bows his head before Lady Luck and submits to her judgment in this matter. He stands accused of dereliction of duty, specifically the knowing deception of his people. And if the prosecution would like to begin by making its case. I intend to prove to this court that Master Pugnacious did knowingly and willingly, with the aid of a network of his most trusted retainers, defraud the very people with whose care he is entrusted. Further, I will show that he distributed devices among his accomplices which were used to carry out deception on a grand scale through the manipulation of dice rolls. I do not doubt that you have found evidence of some trifling among lower-level officials, but to allege that this administration as a whole is complicit in such behavior is preposterous. I do not, have not, and will never engage in dishonest practices of any kind, and to accuse me of such is a defame to my character and call my good name into question. Perhaps you will permit those present to withhold judgment on the matter of your innocence until I have presented my proof. Sign instructions as proof.
But
what is the meaning of this? I think you know very well. After all, this document was written by you, was it not? Ladies and gentlemen, I present the prosecution's key exhibit. Written instructions for the assembly of manipulable dice, clearly signed by Master Pugnacious. Does the accused have anything to say in his defense? Only that my prior outburst was merely an expression of shock at the brazenness of this shameless act. I have never seen this document in my life. To stoop to the fabrication of evidence is a pitiful tactic indeed. It is a forgery, plain and simple. Why don't we let Lady Luck be the judge of that? By all means. It seems that both sides are satisfied to entrust judgment on this matter to the Mistress of Fortune. May the die roll stand as the undisputed word of truth. Lady Luck, grant us an even number if the evidence be false. If it be otherwise, let the number be odd. Time to show the people of Goldpaw just how badly they've been misled.
the evidence is judged false. Lady Luck has spoken.
What is happening? The die. Something is wrong with the die.
Which brings us to the crux of the prosecution's case. That Master Pugnacious knowingly manipulated Lady Luck.
What? No!
Yeah, with this remote control thingy.
This is, by the use of the remote control, the outcome of Lady Luck's die rolls can be readily manipulated. The prosecution was able to visit the place where the devices are manufactured and to procure one for its own purposes, namely the demonstration of this fraud. Master Pugnacious deliberately kept the taxes high and stole Niall's force from him, and all using this horrible trick. Master Pugnacious. Can this really be true? Cheat? Deceiver? Shame on you. You are the Grand High Roller. Don't you have anything to say for yourself? All that I did for Gold Paw. I had to make my nation rich, richer than any other. It was the only way. The bond with his people is weakening. Soon it will be time.
What's that?
It's the Kingmaker! Long Fan!
He doesn't look happy.
Long Fang? Here in the city? But why?
Master Pugnacious, your right to rule has been tested and found wanting. My plan is complete. Your kinsman is mine.
Wait!
Butcher, Baker, Kingmaker. Where are we? There's an interdimensional dimension, isn't it? And if we don't do something, it'll eat up this whole kingdom.
What?
Then we have to stop Longfang.
Wait right there.
My boy, come on, let's knock some sense back into old Bitey, shall we? Yeah, surely, there ain't just a Kingmaker gone. Dolali, a blessed realm wrecker. Don't be like that, man. Where there's a will, there's a way. He's lost his marbles, and it means he can't keep a lid on all the power. And what happens to power you can't keep a lid on? That's right, it comes flying out of you. And the places where it comes flying out are exactly the right places to wallop. Hit him where it hurts, and you'll hurt him good and proper. Oh, and don't worry about knowing where those special spots are. Thanks to your bond with yours truly, you'll be able to spot them no problem.
What's this?
Realm Wreckers are Kingmakers that have lost control of their enormous power and run wild as a result. This power escapes from them in bright, glowing bursts. The points from which this energy escapes are particularly vulnerable to attack, so if you focus your assault on them, you'll do a lot more damage. High Makers are mysterious entities that have absorbed the power of Kingmakers, giving them the ability to exploit their weakness when enough of them are together. They are born from items into which a Kingmaker has instilled its power, so if you smash up anything a Kingmaker creates, you might just find some. When enough of them have appeared, a gold circle will surround them and they'll beckon you over. Press X to call on their always impressive assistance.
I need your help!
A little bit easier than I thought it would be. This here's the square, ain't it? We're back. I suppose that means Longfang really has calmed down, for now at least. Guess we'd better tie up some loose ends, huh? I have done the unforgivable. My desire to lift my kingdom out of poverty became an all-consuming greed. That weakness made me vulnerable, and he exploited it. Who was he? The one who stole your king's bond. He came to me some months ago. He promised secret knowledge of ways in which our nation might be made yet greater, and in return, he sought high office. It was he who suggested that the dice be manipulated, who gave me the means by which it might be done. When did I fall under his spell, and how? How could I have allowed such a thing to happen? We managed to calm your kingmaker down, but without your king's bond, will things here be okay? You have bought us a little time. He will sleep a while yet. But in time, he will reawaken, and in the absence of the bond, he will seek to destroy our kingdom once again. But why? Curse his scaly pate. There ain't a jot of rhyme or reason to such wanton savagery. Not now. Shh. Master Pugnacious, for the sake of your kingdom, for the sake of your bond, will you help us? Forgive me, I haven't even introduced myself properly. I am Evan Pettywhisker of the House of Tilden. I have formed a pact with the Kingmaker of the Cradle of Light, and mean to found a new nation in the Heartlands. Will you stand with me? So that is what I sensed in you. It was plain to me from the first that you're no ordinary child, but what is that you propose? I want to protect our world. I want to make sure that nobody else has to lose what's most important to them, and I want you to help me. I will do all that I can, of course. I fear that he who stole my king's bond may not be satisfied with mine alone. This being so, we must stand together with our brother nations, or lose all that's most dear to us. With this in mind, I mean to return Niall's force to him. Indeed, I mean to return all that I stole. Word of my decision has been sent to Niall already, of course.
Thank you.
Really? Thank you so much, Pugnacious. Goldpaw will rise again, and his people with it. I wish you good fortune in your quest, friends. Let's run back over there, get to a few fights. Grab some stuff. This way out, George. Guess I could use my name back in the beginning.
Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing.
I'm counting on you. Come on. This will be over in no time.
You're welcome.
Come on.
Here goes nothing.
taking down the Kingsmaker, I think all these should be a little bit easier.
This will be over in no time. I'm counting on you. Watch this. I'll do my best. I'm counting on you. Leave this to me. I'll do my best. I'm counting on you. I'll do my best.
Cleverness.
You bonny weed beauties, you got my force back, and it's all thanks to yourselves. You can have all the trees you want. Knock yourselves out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we can finally start building our kingdom. Wait, Niall. Pugnacious had his king's bond stolen by a creepy snake-headed weirdo. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Genius.
Stolen? Jinx, his kingmaker must be tearing the place to pieces. It wanted to, sure enough, but we taught it a little lesson it won't forget. Gold Hall's safe for now. King's bond stealing's no mean feat, though. He didn't happen to be infusing things with an awfully filthy fog, did he? Yes, a sort of purple aura. That'll be the horned ones doing then, right enough. The horned one. The old kingmaker of a place called Allegoria, a nasty piece of work and no mistake. For someone to be using a beastie's powers would have to mean... I cannot see it being anyone but Dolaran. He was the king that shared a bond with the creature. So we just need to go to this Allegoria place and get the bond back, right? You'll have a job doing that, I'm afraid. Hasn't existed for 2,000 or more years now. It disappeared along with the land on which it stood.
Golly.
So he's the king of a country which hasn't existed for centuries. What does that mean? Is he a ghost or something? Whatever he is, I'd say he's looking to pinch people's king's bonds in order to try and bring the Horde one back somehow. And if he does that, the whole world will be filled with purple fog before he can say, "We're doomed." So Pugnacious was right. He'll be trying to steal more king's bonds. Well, what are you looking at me like that for, Mon? Then we mustn't let him succeed. We can't let him bring back the Horned One. We sure can't. But if we're going to stop him, we'll need the strength of an entire kingdom. A kingdom we haven't even started building yet. Then let's get to work, shall we? Alright, time to get built, me hearties. Sounds like a plan. Right enough. I'd best come with ye. You'll be needing my help. Really? Speaking of which, things will be getting underway by now, I reckon. Huh? Look.
I smells the smell on the wind. Not a progress. Seems the Meiji dolls got tired of twiddling their thumbs.
Oh my!
Where did all these people come from? I see sky pilots, greenlings, even a few people from Ding Dong Dell. They must all want to be citizens of our amazing new kingdom. That they must, right enough, but how did the swabs even know to come a-knocking? You made to think for that, son. I didn't expect so many to turn up so soon, to be honest. But word out on the street, you kin. And we thank you for getting the old force back, like. That's more than we could have hoped for. I don't think nothing of it. I ask only the T's and Weezy's favors in return, that you make me your Minister of Finance. There's none can pinch a penny like I can. I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. So if Niall's the Minister of Finance, I guess that makes Batu the Minister of Defense? The swab in charge of fighting, you mean? I like the sound of that a good deal. I guess I can be your advisor. I have a little experience running a country. I'm sure I can help out here and there. No, you'll be my chief consul. I'm no politician, Roland. I shall need your help. Well, that's very kind of you, Evan. I don't know if I'll be... It's the king's job to appoint his ministers, correct? I hereby appoint you chief consul. Well, alright then, chief consul it is. By royal appointment.
Thank you.
Roland? No problem. Happy to see you finally taking the lead. I suppose I am, aren't I? I'm not sure if I'll be up to the job, but I have to try. And thanks to all of you, I finally feel ready to. I'll try my best, for your sakes and for mine. Flip, one, I almost forgot. If we're building a kingdom, we need a proper tidy name, isn't it? To make things official-like. I've been doing some thinking about that.
I've decided to call our kingdom Evermore. Well, what do you think?
Evermore, huh? I like it. Did you come up with that yourself? Oh no, it's from an ancient story. The story of a great kingdom whose people were so happy that they wished for it to last forever. Fitting. Alright, Mr. King, you've named your country. Time to address your adoring citizens. Yarr.
Oi! Listen up, you Meiji curs! King Evan's got a rousing speech for you. Pay attention.
Thank you all. Building our new kingdom won't be easy, but we will build it. A beautiful, bountiful kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after. I want you all to join me on this journey. The road ahead may be a long one, but at the end of it, there is hope.
There's King Liwa.
That wasn't half bad.
Nice speech, Ella. Couldn't have done better myself.
This is where it all begins. Here and now, our kingdom.
We're with you to the bitter end, lad. Come hell or high water.
Thank you, all of you.
So the people who had heeded Neil's call and flocked to the Highlands set about building their new nation. And Evermore took its first faltering steps on the road to becoming a kingdom where everyone could live happily ever after, just as Arinella had wished. Or so it hoped.
For someone with a brand new kingdom, you don't look very happy. I am happy, but I'm worried. There's still so much we don't know. And now there's a force bent on destroying our whole world. How can I ever hope to overcome something like that?
You can't, on your own. But you're not on your own, are you?
No, not anymore. I have friends beside me, the best friends I could ever hope for.
That's right. So turn to them when you need to, and take it one step at a time. You'll get there in the end.
I suppose so. I can only do my best after all.
Exactly. And your best is only going to get better. I'll see you again soon, Evan.
Yes. See you soon.
Evermore is beginning to look like a real kingdom. It is, isn't it? I think it's time we had a little talk about how a country needs to be run. If that's alright with you. Of course, I'll gather everyone together.
Chapter 4. Ferdinand, Mighty Ferdinand.
All right.
Sorry. The castle's ready and things are coming along nicely, which means it's time to get down to the business of running your new nation. We'll need to set up all the various ministries this place will need to grow into a fully fledged kingdom, and we'll need to assign the right people to the right tasks. Aye, lad, the controlled chaos of the Sky Pirates ain't for everybody. I've taken a census of all your citizens and listened up who's skilled at what, and listed up that. Deciding who will work where is up to you, though. That's a job for a king. So I'll need to think about which roles will suit particular people and assign them accordingly. That's right. Give it a try. You'll learn fastest by doing. Just take a seat on your throne and start giving some orders. Evan can sit down on his throne in Evermore Castle and issue orders to his subjects in order to help his kingdom grow and prosper, and in turn make his adventure easier. By building facilities, assigning citizens to run them, and having them carry out research into new technologies and techniques, he can open up a whole world of possibilities. Facilities include shops where unique items can be bought, outfitters that can make all kinds of clothes and armor, and many others. Get building and make Evermore amazing. King's Guilders are the currency of kingdom management and are entirely separate from the guilders Evan and his friends can earn them elsewhere. They are necessary for every step of kingdom building, from creating new facilities to upgrading existing facilities to carry out research at said facilities. Why not claim your first clutch of KG? Go to your kingdom's coffers and grab them. The tireless efforts of your citizens have earned you a total of 2,500 kg. Your kingdom is growing every day. Long may it continue. They'll gradually accumulate as your citizens go about their business, and you can collect them from your kingdom's coffers as and when you need them. You'll be surprised how quickly they can build up, especially once your kingdom's influence starts to grow. So check back regularly and see how things are looking. You may also be able to earn extra King's Guilders by solving the various day-to-day problems of your beloved citizens. You can also see how many King's Guilders you've collected in the main menu, so you don't have to go back to Evermore to check every single time. Alright, it's time to take your hard-earned King's Guilders and spend them on building a new facility. You can select and build the facilities your kingdom will need by selecting Manage Your Kingdom from the menu. Building them will, of course, cost King's Guilders. Each and every facility can have a hugely beneficial effect, from opening up new avenues of research to making new items available, so be sure to consider each one carefully. And don't forget, you can also improve the effects of existing facilities by upgrading them. One particularly helpful facility to upgrade is your castle, as doing so will benefit the entire kingdom, broadening its borders so that even more facilities can be built. But leveling up your castle will cost quite a few King's Guilders. Try upping your influence with a few basic facilities first to improve your coffer filling capabilities. The first thing you'll need to do is select Manage Your Kingdom and build up the facilities of each of the 4 ministries surrounding the castle. Manage your kingdom. Manage your kingdom. Can build Evermore outfitters. Research armor. Make improve armor. Who will build? Evermore outfitters. Spellworks. Research spells are improved. Oh yeah. Spellworks completed. Weapon Workshop. Hickory. Oh, wait. Once your facilities are up and running, you'll need to set them to work on some research. Most facilities can carry out research of some kind. This can have all kinds of beneficial effects, from making new items available to helping Evan and his friends. In order to research a given topic, you'll need personnel with enough IQ and the King's Guilders to fund their work. Some topics may also have extra requirements. Of course, research takes time. When research into a given topic reaches 100%, it will be completed, but the more complex the topic, the longer this will take. The higher the IQ of the personnel involved, the shorter the required time will become, and if you really want to hurry things up, you can always spend a few more King's Guilders. In order to carry out research, you'll need the right personnel. Every citizen is different and will be suited to a different work. You can see which kind of work suits someone best by looking at their ratings under 4 separate categories. Their suitability for a given type of work is known as IQ. For example, you'll need someone with high IQ where military matters are concerned to carry out weapons research. Each citizen will also have their own special skills as an individual. These can have various beneficial effects and greatly influence where you might choose to assign them. Citizens assigned to facilities will earn more experience the longer they have worked there, eventually earning the right to have their levels upgraded. Leveling up a citizen via the personnel list in the Kingdom Management menu will increase their IQ and gathering speed, making them even more of an asset to Evermore. Try assigning some personnel to the Weapon Workshop and beginning research into basic melee weapon development. Research. Complete research. Good, it looks like your research is complete, but running a kingdom isn't just about research. Certain facilities, such as farms and mines, will allow you to amass materials by assigning personnel to work there and gather them. The items gathered can be collected from your kingdom stores, which are accessible from the kingdom menu. Don't forget to claim your fair share of the bounty of the realm. Your stores can hold only so much, so you need to empty them regularly in order for your item-producing facilities to keep providing you with goods. Kingdom management is a complex business. We've covered the basics here, but don't be afraid to go over them again. Just go to the Help in the Library section of the menu. So there's ministries in charge of weapons and armor, one in charge of magic, even one for the Higlides. There are. Speaking of which, we don't have anybody skilled in Higlide management to head up that team right now. Short of Sprite Savvy, are we? We are, and without it, we won't be making any developments in that area anytime soon. What we need to do is recruit somebody. We just have to think of the right person. The lady we got it from, Auntie Martha. Who's she when she's at home? A friend we made on the way to Coil Canyon. I doubt anybody knows more about those little guys than she does. Perfect, then let's go speak to her right away, to Martha's cottage. First I'll sit down and do some more king making stuff. Chill. There's my kingdom. start researching level 2. Oh, don't have enough King's Guilders. Oh, that's my influence. Oops. Okay, let's put some people here. Personnel, fine, this is personnel. Definitely here. Alright, are you with the Higglities? Higglities. Research. Not enough IQ. What about this one? Nope. Okay. Couple bubblery. Get better battle rewards. Research medicines. Do I have any personnel for this? Yeah, you're the other place. Lumberyard. Definitely needing a lumberyard. Suitable. Buy foods. Gold thread. Fish market. General store. Barracks. Definitely need a barracks. Mining, gather ores. Oh, don't have enough skills.
Hey,
No, I
hey.
do. Total 108. Good work. Mining camp number 1 complete. Personnel. Explorers Guild. Farm. Ranch. Okay, we're going to leave for now. Go find Martha while those build up. Oh yeah, same what I did Evermore so far.
Come to do some shopping, eh?
else can I do for you?
Get rid of the stuff that I don't need.
What else can I do for you? I'll be seeing you again then.
So, if I'm completely honest, I'm not absolutely sure we'll have it in stock. I'm running a little low on storage space, you see. Moving to a proper shop, I reckon I'd be a dream come true. Okay, let's see. This goes. There's a fight. But I already did that one, but maybe it's a different one.
You ready for this?
There's a couple fights out here.
I'll do my best.
If I take on the here from the Websters. Let's try it. Yeah, attempt this skirmish in hard mode. So for a briefing, with it, you can spend King's Guilders in order to give your forces various advantages such as more might and more hit points on making even tough battles or regions. So put also opt to retry skirmishes in hard mode. Okay, so I have done this before.
Good luck, troops.
There we go.
Stay strong! All right. Stay strong!
Oh, careful, man.
Maybe I shouldn't have done this one again.
Don't let them get away! This should work! Now's our chance!
There we go.
Stay strong!
Oh, careful, man.
Now's our chance!
Hey,
Barely.
We won! Hooray!
you ready for this?
I'm counting on you! Come on!
Watch your backs!
Leave this to me.
Careful, everyone!
You ready for this?
We'll just shut the door there, and then we'll try to work our way back. There she is.
Hello there.
Well, this is my favorite young man, and what can I do for you today, my handsomes?
Hello.
We've, a favor to ask. We've started our new kingdom, you see, and we were wondering if you might like to come and live there. We need someone who knows about Hyglades.
Well, now.
What now? What's that now? You want old Auntie Martha to move to this new country of yours? Oh, well, not if you don't want to, of course. Oh, Evan, my love, of course I want you. I'd be delighted to come and lend a hand if you'll have me. You would? Wonderful. There's just one little problem. Someone's stolen my rub-a-dub scrubber.
What?
Your rub-a-dub? What?
No.
Aren't you listening, dear? My rub-a-dub scrubber, I said. It's a scourer, but not just any old scourer. It's very special indeed. It'll get even the filthiest old pot sparkly clean with just a swish and a swash. And my higgledy darlings flat out refused to be born into anything but the cleanest of cauldrons. So you see, I can't be doing without it.
Gosh.
I never knew how higgledies were born from cauldrons. But who do you think could have stolen it, Auntie Martha? A wicked little whamster, that's who. The problem is, I'm in no position to go chasing after those grubby vermin at my age.
All right.
Well then, we'll get it back for you. You will, or aren't you just a little dear? I expect the little beggar ran off to the Grotty Grotto with it. There's an awful lot of his sort over that way. Do that for me and I'll gladly move to your kingdom. I'm sure it's lovely. Make this your quest? Yes. Looks like it was like recruit new citizens to your kingdom. That's one of my latest quests. Where is this Ratty at? There it is. Okay, it's a little blue. So blue.
Come on.
Here goes nothing.
I need your help.
Check out this massive knowledge. Didn't I go here
I'll
before?
do my
There was
best.
a door, I think, with nothing there.
I need your help. Watch this.
Those must be the Lancers who stole from Auntie Martha. Let's return that scrubber to its rightful owner. Obtain a rub-a-dub scrubber. Got Auntie Mother's rub-a-dub scrubber. Let's take it back to her. Full marks, Evan. Well done. But how do you know his name? We've never met before, have we? You fight well. You are just what I am looking for. You must listen to what I have to say. I have an important mission for you. What have we got ourselves into now? Let me grab some stuff, and then I'll go talk to you. There we go. So, is there something I can help you with? You are perfectly happy to blindly follow the requests of strangers, I see. This can be a dangerous habit.
What?
But you said you had a special mission for me.
Hey.
Do not interrupt me, or I shall be forced to dock your marks. Now listen, this is for you. Take it. Dreamer's key. Is this a key?
Yeah.
It is indeed. I assume you are aware of the presence in this world, the mysterious portals known as Dreamer's Doors. I was right. I have long wished to investigate what lies beyond them, but I have been unable to bypass the magics that seal them shut. But now, at last, I have made a breakthrough. I have managed to create a key that will allow them to be opened. I call it the Dreamer's Key.
Gosh.
That sounds very exciting. It certainly is. It was an achievement for which I rewarded myself full marks. Which brings us to the reasons for coming here. There is a Dreamer's Door in this very cave. Unfortunately, having come this far, I found myself in a rather problematic situation. Here I am, as I am sure you can appreciate, a gifted intellectual. I am peerless in matters of the mind. When it comes to the field of battle, I have little to contribute. As such, I fear what lies beyond the door may be beyond my ability to deal with, but behold, fate has provided an answer. A capable assistant has been sent to me. Oh, that's good. Wait, you don't mean...
Yeah.
I mean you, of course.
What?
But if I don't...
Hey.
No arguments, please. I am sorry to say that I will be deducting 10 marks for any more such petulant outbursts. She's doing my head in with all this market malarkey. Before I go on, I must introduce myself. I am Professor... Not even going to try to pronounce it. You can call me Professor. Professor, is it? There's big hint. I mean, right you are, Professor. You won't be needing to dock any more points from us.
Yeah.
I am happy to hear it. Now, behind each dreamer's door, you will find an object known as a dream fragment. There are 9 of these in total. 9. Collect them all, and there may well be some bonus marks in it for you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to Gold Paul. Come and find me there once you have gathered all 9 fragments. Do not feel that there is any need to hurry. I have all the time in the world. Allow me to wish you the very best of luck. I expect great things from you. What is this we've been roped into now? Bonus marks indeed. I never asked for any flippin' marks in the first flippin' place. Yes, I did wonder what all that was about, but I am rather intrigued by these dreamers' doors. She said there was one in this cave, didn't she? Indeed she did, my lad, but what about Auntie Martha Scrubber? Well, I suppose it can't hurt to take a little detour if you fancy. Lead on, your majesty. Oh yeah, we definitely go into that dreamer door. No, not making it my actual quest, but I'm going to do it real quick. First, grab this. See what's in here. The Dreamer's Door gives off an eerie aura. Open the door with the Dreamer's Key. You won't be able to save while you're in the Dreamer's Maze. I saved before. Dreamy little dream. Uncharted spaces stretched out beyond portals known as Dreamer's Doors. What lies at their end and what enemies and lands await within, no one knows. When Evan and his friends enter a Dreamer's Maze, a strain is placed on the very fabric of space and time, causing the danger level of that dimension to gradually increase. Each time the danger gauge fills, danger level will increase by 1. Simply being present is enough to fill it, but certain other incidents will also cause it to increase. And when the danger level increases, so too will the level and adversity of the monsters you encounter. You must keep a close eye on it at all times. Defeating monsters in a Dreamer's Maze will earn you strange pink spheres known as key orbs. Offer up enough of these to an idol when you come across one. You can cause the danger level to decrease, but each time you do so, the idol's hunger for orbs will grow. You may also meet the occasional person in a Dreamer's Maze. They might have a gift of orbs for you, or be able to lower the danger level for a price. The last floor of every Dreamer's Maze is full of monsters whose ferocity is beyond imagining. Defeating them is the only way to stabilize these precarious dimensions. Several Dreamer's Doors are known to exist around the world. If you have what it takes to overcome what lies beyond them all. Well, we're about to find out. Slate green thread. Go on to the next floor or escape from the Dream Maze. The choice is yours. Next floor. Blooming Bandit Spear.
Leave this to me!
Here goes nothing.
You're welcome. Standing spear. Let's see if that one was worth it. Nope. To the next floor. I'll see this all the way down. Red dream fragment. Leave Dreamer's Maze. Cleared all floors of the Grotto Maze and escaped unscathed.
Thanks ever so much.
You got it back. Oh, how wonderful of you, dear. Now I can scrub that cauldron till it sparkles and make some lovely higgledies for you. Now then, my little darlings, you look after the place while I'm away, you hear?
Righto.
I'm ready when you are. Why don't you show me this kingdom of yours, Lady Martha is now a citizen of Evermore. this is your place, is it, dearie? I must say, it's very cozy. I'm glad you like it. Please, make yourself at home. I shall, my lovely, I shall. Don't forget, Evan, before Martha can get to work, you'll need to take a seat on your throne and assign her to a ministry.
Ta-ta for now.
Alright, my lovelies, you do what you have to do. I'll pop around and say hello to everyone. Just shout when you need me.
Hey.
So I need to talk to you about. Come speak with me when you have a moment, okay? Of course. Alright. Let's see. Ooh, that's what he calls us. Got some stuff in the stores. Take all this. Manage our kingdom. Personnel, sciences, and to Ooh, I forgot to look it up before I put people in other places. Fish a shopkeeper. Ruler for now. So I build the bazaar. General store. Big shop. We'll put that cat guy here. Fresh general store. Personnel. There we go. Mining. Explorers Guild. Farm. Think amount of people. Sleepy Ranch. Better those buildings so they're there. Then I can find the people for them. Hunting Lodge. That is it for now. Turn to the throne room. I am going to save it here and be done for the day. And I will talk to Roland when I continue. Please follow me. Also on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. All that stuff can be found below. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be safe.